Hi, reality TV fans. Today we have a special episode for you because we are digging into Variety's 40 most powerful women on reality TV list. Who should be on the list? Who was left off? Who should not be on the list? We're getting into all of that today on Reality Wrap. Let's go, Shawnee.
All right. First of all, who's on the list that you think shouldn't be on the list?
All right, Savannah Chrisley.
Why?
It's a no for me. Because why
I don't think she's that big of a deal. I mean, she's on USA Network, right?
Right. Savannah Chrisley. I don't think powerful reality TV stars when I think Savannah Chrisley. I love her, by the way. And I used to enjoy watching the show, but it's not one of those shows where you're like, can't wait to watch it tonight. Right. It's not one of those shows, and she's not one of those people who's known like that as a reality TV star. So she's sweet, but I would not put her on the list.
Okay. I'm going to give you one. Mm-hmm. And it's because we had the argument about Melissa Gorga, and I know we're going to probably get into that. And so I'm not going to get into that. But as I was looking at the list and I was remembering what I said about, well, they can't just put 50 housewives on the list and call it the 50 most influential, because then it would just be the 50 most influential housewives.
Right.
Okay. So here's the one that I saw and I went, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. So Melissa maybe should have been on the list. Heather Gay. What? Are we just...
Shawnee.
Where?
Shawnee, why is Heather Gay on the list after 4 seasons on the show?
The show that who watches? Nobody.
And if I were to pick a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star to be on the list, I feel like I would pick Lisa Barlow. Or even Meredith. I'm not a Meredith fan, but I feel like I would pick Lisa.
That would be my number 2, but definitely Lisa, because she has more going for her.
She has this business.
Bigger star on the show as far as I'm concerned. She has businesses. She has money.
And she's known outside of, she's the Sundance queen. She's known for these parties. She has a Vita line, a tequila line. To me, and Lisa Barlow has her stands that love her or hate her.
Right.
And so Heather is not the person.
No, what does Heather have? A book that no one read?
Right. She has this book that she's been plugging all season. And the season is, I've been watching the season. It's okay. I'm not.
But nobody else is watching. You're the lone viewer. I'm not even tuning in. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested. Jen Shaw's not there. And I know she's an evil woman and I know blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
She made the show. She is the Nene Leakes of Salt Lake City. I'm sorry. It's true.
No, it's true. And also, I know you love Mary. I need Mary off my TV screen immediately.
I love the train wreck that is Mary because she is crazy.
Mary needs to
make good TV. Okay.
Listen, I'm surprised they didn't put Mary on this list, because how they're fangirling over Mary, she's just Mary brings nothing except rudeness to the show. That's all she brings.
But you need a villain, and she's a great villain. And who's the villain now?
With
Jen.
Yeah, Monica. There's a new girl, Monica, who is, by the way,
maybe she'll replace Mary because they didn't know that going in.
Yeah, she's Jen's former friend, so But anyway, back to the list. So yes, Heather Gay, I would ask Heather Gay off the list and put Melissa Gorga on the list.
I mean, I can agree with that. I won't argue with that. Just feel like they just can't fill the list with a whole bunch of housewife stars. They have to put somebody else reality TV on it to balance the list.
I agree, but
and they already had Teresa on it, and if you're gonna go with one person from New Jersey, hands down it's Teresa. There's no argument with Teresa.
Agreed.
She is New Jersey. We may hate that about it, but they literally paused Real Housewives of New Jersey so she could go to prison, and then they unpaused it when she got out. You can't make an argument to me that Real Housewives of New Jersey is not Teresa's show, period. I don't like her. I don't like her, but that is her show. And it is the number 1 housewife show on Bravo.
Yeah. No, I agree. Teresa belongs on the list. Facts. Here's what I would have done to be shady if I was over at Variety. I'm putting them both because that's what Kardashians are on the list, and they just put all of them. I would put Teresa and Melissa to just stir
next to each other. and let them argue over who's the first one.
That's what I would have done. You know why? Because you see, when I think of Teresa, no, I don't think of Teresa without thinking of Melissa.
No, because their feud has been
right
and center for seasons now. Like it's all about Teresa versus Melissa, who's gonna win.
Right. So because of that, I think of that. Whether Teresa likes it or not, I think of them together now. Right, I know it's weird, but that's what I think of now. So that's the only argument. I just love.
And she'll hate you for that.
Yeah. No, I would do it just to be shady because, like,
I know, right?
And you know who Teresa is fuming that is on the list is her nemesis, Tamra Judge from Real Housewives of Orange County.
Of course, because how dare anyone get shine if Teresa does not approve?
Right. Do you think
Tamra deserves to be on the list?
I agree. I've
been around forever. She has multiple businesses. She has a podcast that a lot of people listen to.
Yes.
She is influential. She is somebody that people pay attention to and they know what she's doing and they care. Yeah. And I think that's really what matters on the influential list. Like, they aren't just on TV. They have businesses. They make money. And maybe that's why Savannah made the list too, because she has a podcast. She puts her information out there. People listen.
And she's been campaigning hard for her parents in prison. And so she's
if they get out early, they owe her everything.
Yeah,
it would be all her.
Yeah, she's been trying. She's been trying hard. I just feel like I wouldn't put her, maybe 2 years down the line, I'd put her on the list. But just for now, I feel like
she'll be very influential if she springs her parents from prison early, because that was like major. And the audacity and the ego of them to be like, no, we're going to take it to trial and we're going to beat it. They could have plead out.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
British getting out in a couple of years. Like she did, in my opinion, well... Okay, so in my opinion, no. What they did was probably just about as bad as what
man.
Still, I mean, they could have got 4 years instead of like 13 or whatever. They probably could have pled for less. I bet their lawyers were better. So, ego and audacity. That's all. The audacity.
Right. You know who else is on the list, Shawnee?
Who's not on the list?
Christine Brown. Christine Brown is on the list from Sister Wives.
I thought that was interesting. You know what? Out of all of the Sister Wives, if they're picking one, it would be her.
It would be Christine.
Because she's had the biggest year. She was the first one to leave Cody.
Yeah.
She almost immediately went and met another man, got engaged, married him. It's been the talk of the entire season. It's been Cody's downfall. Every single one of those wives would still be with Cody Brown if Christine had not paved the way.
Christine kicked off a domino effect for that marriage to crumble, that plural marriage to crumble. So
and thank goodness too, because that man is vile. Oh my God.
And I love how Christine is just like, I don't care now. The other day she was doing an interview and she's like, you know what? He and Robin deserve each other. And I was cracking up.
I hope they're happy.
She is. I love this person that she is now that we never got to see. So I get why she's on the list. I really don't. Yeah. It was surprising though.
And she has a following.
Yes. She does have a large following. But I just didn't expect to see her. When I saw her, I was like, okay, cool. Who else? Do you think Mel B was the first person on the list, although it wasn't in any particular
order? Do you think it was ranked in order of importance? Because I really don't.
I don't think
that Mel B is. I do think she deserves to be on the list. She's the big deal. She's an icon. Like she's a music legend, basically.
But it's not about music legends. It's about reality TV.
Well, but I know. But like that's why she's on TV. Like, let's be real. She wouldn't be on reality TV if she wasn't a Spice Girl. She has businesses. She has a huge following.
But when you think of Mel B, do you think reality TV is the question?
No,
exactly.
No, I think Spice Girls. Like, please.
Right. So I don't. I mean, I get that she was on reality TV. I just don't. I mean, also keep in mind they decided to do 40, so they had to find people.
Right. They had to find them. They couldn't all be housewives.
Yeah, I mean, because who has a list of 40? Like 40 is a lot.
You know, the one that I think that a lot of people are going to scratch their heads about, but that I agree with, is Nicole Byer.
I saw her, and I'm gonna tell you right now,
I love
know much about Nicole Byer.
Because she does a lot of Netflix reality TV. And the thing about her, and the reason why I'm saying that she is influential and she deserves absolutely to be on the list, is because if you hear her voice, you know her.
No, like I've seen her, I've seen her, but not a lot in the reality TV.
But the voice of, like, she narrates a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's one of those people that, like, you just don't know.
But they're doing a lot behind the scenes.
But they're a very big deal. Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I mean, love her. Congrats to her. And I know a lot of people are probably scratching their heads, and I just, I would see it. So
this one that I'm not pleased with, that you are pleased with, is Chanel West Coast. Why is Chanel West Coast on the list?
He does more reality TV than anybody else on reality
because
TV.
of the 60,000 episodes
of ridiculousness. Fed? I mean, geez. She does like 300 episodes a year. She has a swim line that is incredibly successful. She has a social media career that is incredibly successful. Even though she's tiny, a modeling career that is incredibly successful. I think she's influential. I think that, again, you can't have a list full of housewives. I mean, and who else are you going to pick?
Yes.
And they're trying to like work it clearly across multiple networks, or else we wouldn't have Savannah with USA Network.
Minus TLC.
Right, minus TLC, because there's not a single 90 Day Fiance star on there. Christine Brown is on there though, so I guess that's the TLC shout out. That's the one.
That is true, Shawnee. You're right. It's just there's no 90-day people.
No 90 days.
Sister. Okay, right. You're right.
I mean, they could have done like Chantel Everett or something. I feel like she's influential. Drake sent her a message.
I know. Here's the thing though, Chantal could be a lot more influential if she wanted to be. I don't think she wants to be. She doesn't post a lot. She's very private. She doesn't do a lot of interviews. She could be.
Pedro did, wouldn't you?
No, but even before, like just throughout her time,
I think she wanted to be a nurse. And get
she
her
doesn't
money and go.
Yeah, she's not. She doesn't maximize. I'm sure she gets a lot of calls to do a million endorsements and things. I mean, look at the girl, and she doesn't really. So I think if Chantal was taking advantage of all the opportunities, she would be so much bigger. But she wants to be a serious nurse, and I love her for that. I love her for that. But I would. She's
growing up with Pedro and his family for so many years. Oh my God.
An award should be handed to this woman for that. However, aside from Chantal, there's not one 90 Day Fiancé star I would add to.
I mean, influential for what? Big Ed, he's obnoxious. Angela Dean,
obnoxious. They're two. They don't. Darcy and Stacey, no.
Obnoxious. You can't tell them they're influential because we don't want them influencing people to do the things that they're doing.
Like you're not gonna give me body
absolutely unrecognizable because you're so like. Yeah, your body dysmorphia is so bad and you're so obsessed with plastic surgery that you don't even look real anymore. You don't want that influence. Like hard pass.
Shark Tank is on the list. Barbara Corcoran and Lori Greiner.
Yeah.
I don't watch Shark Tank in
people's lives.
Yeah. I haven't watched Shark Tank in so long.
Love Shark Tank. That's like the
when
best.
does Shark Tank come on, Johnny?
Fridays.
Oh, that's why. It's my Sabbath, so I'm not really watching. Yeah.
That's why I need to record
I think that's why. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really watch. Yeah. So okay, I don't have an issue with them. The D'Amelio family.
I thought that was absolutely stupid. However, they are huge on social media.
They're huge. Listen, if Chanel West Coast is on this list, put this family on the list. They have millions of followers. The other day they had like a clothing pop-up shop thing, like a shoe thing.
Right.
It was sold out. They're doing good. Okay. I didn't know they were.
If Chanel's on it, then put the D'Amelio family on it.
But you know how
one of them is dating Landon Barker, so it's not like they don't have an in like they're very in. They're very in.
There is somebody else that the D'Amelio family reminds me of. Olivia. No, is her name Olivia?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Because they have a show too.
Yes, I would put her on the list.
I would not.
If D'Amelio was,
we don't need both families. It's not a if.
No, not the family, just her by herself. No, Shawnee. So when I watch that show, this girl is booked and busy every day. She's booked and busy. She hasn't. No, she is. I didn't know that about her because I didn't find her that interesting. I was watching it. I was like, whoa.
Is she like engaged to or dating Christian McCaffrey, a football player?
Yeah, she's dating a football player. I mean, aren't they always?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, no, the older sister is doing a lot of things.
Right.
I wouldn't put the whole family, but I would put her. If the D'Amelios are on it, I would put Tori from The Challenge is on it.
She's won a lot of money.
She's
She
won
makes
a
a lot of money. She has a lot of investments, and she is always in the headlines. I can't argue it. If they're trying to diversify their networks and their shows and not have a big pile of people all from the same show, then absolutely.
We keep seeing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It says during season 38, she finally took home the $500,000 prize and first place prize.
Right.
Oh, good for you.
And that's against men.
Yes. So, no, Tori's hardcore. I love the challenge. I just can't really keep up all the time.
Because there's like 5,000 seasons. I get it.
Listen, it's always on. Like, that's a job.
All right. That's job.
That's a job. Listen. Julie Chen Moonves from Big Brother. I think she deserves to be on this list.
Yes and no.
Why no?
Here's the thing. And yes, she is very influential. She's been in the news world forever. She's a big deal. She's been a television personality.
She's a big deal.
Married to a very, very powerful man.
Yes.
However, I saw somebody talking about her on social media, basically calling Julie out for being like the longest running host in history that has no idea what her show's about.
Oh God.
Like, does she watch Big Brother?
But why? I don't find her that she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah. You can't have you ever seen her like actually sit down and dissect the show or like really share her opinions?
No, so I feel like this is a job for Julie. I don't feel like Julie would be interested in this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Host in history that has no idea what goes on her show.
It's true. She's not passionate about it. It's not her thing, but it's her job.
It's a great job. It's been there
she does an excellent job. For somebody who doesn't have this particular interest, she does a great job.
I would compare it to Sean Robinson hosting the 90 Day Fiancé.
It's so random to me. When I saw Sean
Robinson. We know you don't watch the show.
Sean Robinson does not want to be there. She's just like, just give me my money. Let me get through.
Right. Like, let's do everything but answer the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, and she never asked the hard questions. And also, this is what upsets me about. I feel like we need to put some respect on Sean's name. Like the way some of these people speak to Sean, like, listen, you little reality. Don't be speaking to Sean. Sean is a hardcore journalist.
She is a great person. Like, I follow her.
Good journalist. Don't talk to her like that.
She's a great person and she's an amazing professional.
Yeah, she's very professional.
She does not watch 90 Day. I'm sure she doesn't.
No.
Look at who you're talking about. The 90 Day Fiancé stars, not all of them, but collectively, are not incredibly classy.
It needs like a host, like one of those, those. Those people that
host Springer type.
Yeah, those people that host like Bad Girls Club and those people that they get to host those things.
Yes.
That's who they need for 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes, and they need security.
Yeah, except I will say though, at least the 90 Day Fiancé people are not fighting and acting a fool. I think
because they know that they'll get fired.
Only person who would do that is Angela.
Remember, and I've reminded you of this before, the tell-all when Angela Deem attacked Terry Watkins,
who was Avery's
mother on stage, put her hands on her. So she has absolutely done it.
TLC, I'm disgusted by TLC. They just have no standards whatsoever for these people. Like once you're a cash cow,
it's about ratings and money, period.
All right, Shawnee, somebody else on the list, another Bravo on the list. It's Summer House's Paige Distorbo.
I didn't see.
Take her off. I was pleasantly surprised, but I also like this. But also
I was shocked.
I like Paige.
Paige to who?
Paige is the last person in my brain when I think reality TV. Paige would not come to my mind in no way, shape, or form. Who is watching Summer House except for us?
Literally nobody, and that's why we barely cover it.
It's just that my TV is always on Bravo while I know Summer House is on. It comes on after something I'm interested in watching.
Right.
And Paige is cute and adorable and she's into fashion, which I love.
Right. Like, no shade, but like...
If it was the most fashionable Bravo people or reality stars, sure.
Maybe, yeah.
Even though I don't even personally find her that fashionable, but she talks about fashion, so whatever. Sure, but reality, I was like...
Yeah, just... I can't. I can't really. I don't have much to say about her because I don't pay attention to her.
Do you watch Too Hot to Handle? Because I don't know.
Yes,
Francesca.
Yes, I do think that she deserves to be on it. Okay. She has done multiple Netflix reality shows now, not just Too Hot to Handle. She was on Perfect Match. There's been more. I can't name them all because. Also, she has a swim line that is very, very successful. She does a lot of social media. She does a ridiculous amount of TikTok. Her following is in the millions. She is engaged to a transgender man. I think that is, I mean, that's influential. Okay. You're changing the way people look at, trans people. Like, I think that's very influential. She's breaking norms and stereotypes and putting her life out there. And I mean, she gets a lot of hate for it. I think she deserves to be on the list.
I don't know her, but okay. My girl who's on the list is Siri.
I know. I saw it and I thought, I know Allie is like cheering. And I'm not mad at you for it because, again, she is influential. She was a Survivor legend. She won Slayer. She almost won Big Brother, like in her bathrobe, doing nothing.
I know, without lifting a finger, really.
Right. I mean, she had a kid in the house the whole time as a secret, and nobody's mad about it.
Yeah, I know. No, some people were mad, and then others were like, hey.
No, I mean, like the house guests.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, oh, okay.
Hey, Siri, we love you, whatever. All right. This Nikki Glazer is on the list, and I'm very confused because I don't think of Nikki. To me, she's a comedian. I don't know why she's on it.
What reality does she do? Does it say what
reality? Guess why? She literally was hosting F-Boy Island, that new show.
And I guess if they're going to pick somebody from that show or even that network, because it's the only reality show over there, she's the only woman on it.
All right, so we don't put anybody from that there on the list. I was so random. Even though I will say she's I watched one episode.
She's hilarious, but she's not reality.
She's a good host, but why are you on the list of reality? It's the most.
I mean, if that's the case, then Julie Chen shouldn't be on it because she's also not really a reality TV personality. She's a host.
But we know her. No, we associate her with this long running show.
But it's not like she's on the show. She's not in Big Brother. She's not competing. She's not on. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I get it, but I wouldn't compare them because at least when I think of a reality show, Big Brother, I think of Julie. I'm not thinking of Nikki when.
No.
No. This is one of them that really grind my gears because why? You probably know this. Do you know Alex Hall? Did you watch Selling the OC?
No.
It's a spin-off of Selling Sunset.
Yeah, I knew that.
Alex Hall. Yeah, like why is Alex Hall on the list? Like what is happening? Because Chriselle.
Everybody's looking at it like who?
Like who? Like Chriselle.
Did they put somebody from Selling Sunset on there?
Yeah, Chriselle and Mary together. Chriselle deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Mary, not so much, but I guess because Mary has been there from the beginning, because she was even there before Chriselle came.
Right.
Sorry, but Chriselle for sure. She's Selling Sunset.
I mean, she does a great job. I know her more for reality TV now than soaps, and she came from soaps. So
yeah, exactly. No, we think of her as a reality as selling and not anything else. So Paris Hilton is on the list.
She absolutely should be. Paris Hilton is the original reality TV star from back in the day. I mean, absolutely. Simple Life was amazing.
Bring it back. Bring back the.
I wish they would do Simple Life again. I think that they should do it with different people though.
That's what they did at Bravo with Sonia and Luann. That's
basically what it was,
that vibe, which I love. I want them to have Sonia and Luann on going to different small towns and replicating what they did because it was cute. And I don't know if a lot of other housewives would make sense because Sonia and Luann can go low. The others would
went very low. Oh my God, hooking up with all of these.
No shame in their game. I was like, look at our Countess Luann, how we have fallen.
When they went mudding and hooked up.
It was, it wouldn't work with any other housewives.
Because nobody else would do all that. They wouldn't be at the honky tonk bar.
It just would be them pretending to be, I'm too good for this. So I like the vibe that.
Right, I did too.
Yeah,
it was good.
It's really you convinced me to watch it too because I had zero interest in watching it.
I do think it's coming back.
Yeah, I do think,
and I do enjoy watching people from those small towns reacting to these women that are like,
no F's
given type of,
It was such a sweet show. I was like, okay, Shawnee's onto something today. Here's
I mean,
another
usually
person.
I am, and we know this.
Right, I'll give it to you. Carrie-Ann Inaba is also on the list.
I agree with that.
Dancing with
She's
the
been on
Stars.
Dancing with the Stars forever. She is like, I mean, she's the only woman judge that's been on the show forever.
Yeah, I know her for that. So, Housewife, Candy Burris is on the list.
I agree.
Candy Burris. Yeah, Candy's a huge
lover or hater. Candy is a millionaire. She still makes a ridiculous amount of money.
She's one of the highest paid housewives.
She has all kinds of businesses, restaurants, adult lines. Like,
Candy to me has outgrown Atlanta, but it's just like I wouldn't quit my job and give up all that money. But Candy does not want to be there in that drama anymore. You can see she's so over it, but she's like, I'm not giving up my $500,000
because being on that show is free advertising for all of her other stuff.
And that's all she did. The last season, all I saw of Candy was her advertising every business she has. She just my restaurant, my script, it's like, yeah, that's all she did. So I kind of feel like Heidi Klum is on the list as well. Okay, I loved her.
I think she deserves it. She's a supermodel. She's an icon.
Yeah, Heidi Klum is an icon. Although I don't associate her with anything. With Project Runway, but I just think.
You know what I love about Heidi Klum, and it has nothing to do with any of that.
It's her costumes. I know you're gonna say that.
You knew I was, because she's crazy.
She goes all out,
all the way, and it's never like this sexy siren stuff. She's like, I think I'll be a worm.
But listen, she's not trying to be in any little skimpy lingerie. She does that every day. She looks like a real worm. Yes. Heidi, you know who else is on the list? I was right. Padma Lakshmi is on the list from Top Chef.
She deserves it.
Yeah, she deserves it. I think she's just a sweet soul. Even though she left, but she's really when I think of Top Chef, I do think of her. And she knows food, and she loves food, and she knows her stuff. I think Charity Lawson is on the list from The Bachelor.
I love her. I don't know if I would think she was influential, really, like out of all of the Bachelorettes. Yeah, she was just the most recent.
Right. Remember, it's 2023. So
right. So maybe last year they had,
have had somebody else. Yeah.
Right. So
because she's still fresh in her mind from The Bachelor, I think that's why
But I do love her. I think she's great. She's done big things.
Another housewife, Jenna Lyons, is on the list from Real Housewives of New York City.
I like her. But first of all, it was her first year on reality TV. She may not even come back to reality.
I don't think she's coming
back. How
is
she reality TV influential? I do love her.
Listen,
I love her style. But
they're saying Jenna is going to leave the show, and I kind of want her to leave. I feel like when you have somebody come on the show that's known already outside of the show, nobody can win when they go up against Jenna, because no matter what the argument is, everybody is siding with Jenna. So it comes off as it's just uncomfortable and awkward. Like they're all just starting out, except for Jenna, who is
in with her anyway, just because she's such a big personality and she's not going to let you.
But she's not on the show. She's not. She's very passive. She's not into she's like, you would never know that this is the Jenna. Her personality is not really a reality TV personality at all. If it wasn't for the other girls, she wouldn't really have anything.
They drag her in.
She has a little bit of, I think, anxiety when it comes to confrontations and those sort of things. So she's like, and she said it, she said she's not used to girlfriends and she's not used to. Right. So she's a big she's a fashion girl, she's a fashionista, she's a big fashion person, but that's why she's on the list, because she came in being Jenna Lyons.
Yeah.